Well, I just got a call from Barry. He's invited me out for the weekend to meet his family. If y'all don't know who Barry is, he is my debt collector. And no, he's not my personal debt collector that goes around, trying to get money from people that owe me. Because if they pay me back for what they owe me, then I might be able to pay my damn bills. But no, he collects money for a third party collection agency. And I said to him one day, he had been calling me every morning for the past 8 months. And I said, listen, buddy, I know your name is not Nick. They just give you a generic name down at that debt collecting agency. What is your real name, sir? And he said, it's Barry. I said, well, Barry, listen to me, okay? I'm not going to have your money for at least 2 years, okay? I'm tied up in a bunch of legal schmeagle crap, from the powers that be. So how's about this? How's about me and you just be on a first name basis from now on? I know that you got to call me every morning and every night, and that works for me. That's fine. No problem. I'll answer the phone. We'll have a conversation. You can tell me about your wife and kids and hobbies and everything. I want to know it all. You can even vent to me if you're having issues at work. Anything. I'm here. I will counsel you for free. How's that? And, you call me in the morning, at least give me a nice little greeting. At least say good morning, And nighttime, I'd appreciate, in return that you make sure I'm all right. I made it through the day. I'm still here. I'm still breathing, kind of thing. Check on my safety if you need to. And he agreed. And I said, I'm not trying to get you to lose your job, sir. Quite the contrary. I want you to tell your boss that you're hunting me down. You're going to find me and you're going to get the money. And in the end, you'll get it. Just not in the time frame that, these people want. We gotta make them hold out for a little bit. So let's have a conversation every night and every morning, and that's fine. And I said, you're welcome. Show up here anytime for a cup of tea. That's, we might as well have a camaraderie between the two of us. Because like I said, you're not getting your money for at least 2 years. And I recommend you do the same. Don't scream. He has people screaming at him and hollering at him. One lady said, I had to have my car repossessed and I am eating out of a tuna can right now. And she says, it's actually not even a tuna can. It's a cat food can that I got on discount at Walmart's for 35 cents. So he's heard it all. People give him excuses. They yell and scream at him. They call him F words and G words and other F words, the whole shebang. I said to him, I'm not going to treat you like that. I know you're a human being just trying to pay your own bills. And then it comes to find out the debt collector himself is in debt. Yes, he owes $35,000 because his first wife crashed a car or something, and it wasn't paid for, or some big thing. Isn't that crazy? The debt collector is in debt. That's the society we live in right now. Even the debt collector's in debt. So anyways, I'm going to have myself a good weekend. I got myself a big sun hat and a big pair of glasses so no one can see who I really am. I'm going to change my name just in case one of his bosses show up and they know that I'm the lady that owns their company money.